Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, in the run-up to the EU referendum, we did a couple of reports about what a difference a Leave vote could make to the border between Northern Ireland and the Irish Republic. Well, now it has happened. It will become the only land border between the UK and the European Union. Today, on a visit to Northern Ireland, the Prime Minister said she didn't want a return to the barriers and checkpoints of the past. Businesses there are certainly hoping she's as good as her word.
The Brexit vote divided the nations of the UK. England and Wales voted to leave the EU. Scotland and Northern Ireland wanted to stay. And Northern Ireland may feel the effects of Brexit most acutely as the only part of the country to share a land border with the EU. So the Prime Minister came to Belfast today to try to soothe concerns about that border.
Nobody wants to return to the borders of the past. What we do want to do is to find a way through this that is going to work, deliver a practical solution for everybody, as part of the work that we're doing to ensure that we make a success of the United Kingdom leaving the European Union.
But before the referendum result, there had been stark warnings about what Brexit would do to the border, including this from one Theresa May.
You couldn't have an open border between a country with free movement and a country outside the EU.
But one glance at Ireland's picturesque border shows you the problem. This can't be completely closed either. A second option would be immigration controls between Northern Ireland and the rest of the UK. The Deputy First Minister says it might be both.
I envisage the real probability that there would be a hard border to deal with the issue of immigration, which, as I say, would be very detrimental for us in the north. And I also envisage a hard border between the island of Ireland and Britain.
So you think there'll be both between the Republic of Ireland and between Northern Ireland and the rest of the UK?
Well, I don't think that it can be ruled out.
Of course, it's not just the freedom of movement of people that could be controlled after Britain leaves the EU. The old customs post here could be pressed back into action as well, as goods are also checked. And that could have serious implications for businesses on both sides of this border. Haldane Fisher export roof trusses and other building supplies to the Republic of Ireland. A hard border could be bad news.
I think that would take us back many years. When we did have the hard border, it certainly caused an awful lot of delays. There was additional paperwork and it did restrict our trade across the border.
Would that cost you money and potentially jobs here?
It certainly would, yes.
The problem here is how to manage the split with the EU without the economy or the delicate constitutional arrangements falling over altogether. Carl News at 10, Newry.